break here from folding clothes and doing other chores and things. Yeah, the clothes are over here. See? Clothes. Clothes. No, you can't see them. There they are. There they are. Folding clothes. Anyhow, um, books. Oh my gosh, books. This book is taking me forever. Forever. This Binding 13 book. Okay, I finally learned out what binding means, why it's called Binding 13. The girls at the school have, binding means getting with, hooking up with, I guess. And his number's 13. So there's been this big joke type thing, or this big thing going around that everybody wants to bind with number 13. Because he's hot. He's hot. Okay, we've made it perfectly clear that he is super, super hot. And everybody is just like, oh my goodness, you don't know how hot he is? Okay, so we know. The other thing is the main character. What is her name? I don't even remember. What's her name? Shannon. Shannon like the river. That's what he calls her. Shannon like the river. I don't know why he calls her Shannon like the river, but he does. And they talk about how small she is, like all the time. All the time. That's all I keep hearing is, she's small. She's small. He could pick me up. He could do this. Okay, we get it. It keeps bringing to mind, because this is right during Olympics. I keep seeing these pictures of Simone Biles with like her husband. There's pictures of Simone Biles like with Shaq. And Simone Biles is like this little tiny little thing, like 4 foot something. I don't even know how tall she is, but okay, so this girl's little, very small, and he's very big, and he's very muscular, and he's this famous rugby player, although he's got an injury that might take him out of his rugby game. But here's the thing. First of all, the book is super long. Okay, it is 600 and some pages long. It's super long. Small words. We've talked about that. I don't want to beat it to death. Okay, but it just keeps going and going and going. Okay, going and going and going. Different things keep happening. Different things keep happening where he helps her out of situations, helps her out of little binds or whatnot, because he feels super protective of her, and like he needs to take care of her because he knows something's happening to her. Something's happening to her, and he keeps trying to be protective of her. I'm just starting to feel like it's just taking too long. There's too much. I mean, I know the basic part of the story, the problem that she's having. He's going to figure it out. He doesn't know yet, but he's going to figure it out, and then he's going to try to do something to help her, because he's always trying to save her. And that's all the story's about so far, is the things that she's having problems with, and him helping her out and saving her from things. Like taking her home when she's caught in a rainstorm, and just, I mean, there's lots of little things. Somebody was picking on her at school, or when a guy was hitting on her at school, and you know, he took care of that. It's just more and more and more and more of these, when I'm like, can we just get to the real meat and potatoes of the whole thing and see what happens with that? And then when are you guys gonna like fall for each other? I mean, he cares about her a whole lot. She's trying to avoid him because she's afraid that the ex-girlfriend's gonna beat her up or something. I don't know. It's like, man, it's just going on and on and on and on, and I just want it to get to the highlight, get to the climax, get to the real problem, and then if we're going to fall in love, and we're going to fall in love, and we're going to do the deed, let's do it, okay? Come on. Anyhow, that's where I'm at with the book, okay? That's where I'm at. So, I'm trying to read other books in between, so I don't get to read this one all that often. This vlog is really, it's going over the course of like, I don't know, a couple months probably, because I'm reading other things. Like I'm reading Abby Jimenez. This is funny. This is hilarious. But I'm reading that for our book discussion. That's funny. That's funny. But anyhow, I just want it to be wrapping up here. Come on. I'm down to about, I don't know, am I down to about 200 pages maybe? I think I'm down to about 200 pages. But come on, let's just do this. Let's just do this. Do something. Come on. Okay, so I'm cruising along on this book. Cruising. I'm just cruising. I'm less than 100 pages. Okay, less than 100 pages. And these two have still not gotten together. I mean, not gotten together. He still keeps doing stuff for her and helping her out and taking her home when things happen at school. And he's been in her house, he's been in her bedroom. She's been to his house, I think, twice now and been in his room, and she's showered at his house. And his mom has said, take care of her, feed her, I don't know, all kinds of stuff. And she's still having her issues. Her dad, oh my goodness, somebody needs to take that man and just, Anyhow, they're still not really together. They haven't really done anything. They haven't declared love for each other, nothing like that. We got less than 100 pages left in this book, okay? So I don't know. Something good better happen in the last 90, 85 pages here or whatnot, because I don't know. I just don't know what I think about the whole thing. And to think that there's like, I don't know, 5 or 6 more of these. And I think they start to cover the other boys on the team, like his friends and stuff. Yeah, okay. I don't know. So we'll see what happens. That's all I got. Um, I guess I'll just let you know when I finish it, because there's not much more to say until I finish it. And then I'll give you my final thoughts, okay? I guess that's what we'll do. So let's finish up my thoughts on this book. We're going to be joined by a kitten. Okay, he's going to help us. Okay, anyhow, it's Monday morning, and Dale is up and off. I think he has got his schedule like, it's Monday morning, I got to go pick up kids. He doesn't have any kids to pick up today. They're at school today. But he did have some scrap metal stuff to deal with or something. Don't jump up on the table and bump the camera. No, let's not do that, okay? So he's up and gone. I don't know. But I got up, had some breakfast. He was already gone. I took a shower, so I'm clean. It's going to be a hot one today. It's going to be a scorcher in the 90s probably. And of course it is, because that is the day that my district goes back to school. It's always hot when my district starts, no matter what. It can be pleasant, and it was all week. And first day of school comes, and yeah, it's going to be hot as Billy blazes. Okay, anyhow, let's finish up my thoughts on this book, because I have thoughts. And if you don't want to hear all of this, you might want to, there's a small spoiler alert, small. But let's just say 550 pages into this book. 550 pages of a 603 or something like that page book. All right, 550. 550 is when the two of them finally profess their love for each other. Now, they have been feeling things, and they have been fighting it and all that good stuff, but 550 pages, they finally tell each other. They finally admit to each other that they have feelings for each other, right? And then what happens? We've got 50 pages to conclude this book. And what happens? A bunch of stuff. A bunch of stuff happens with her, which has been happening with her all along. A bunch of stuff happens with her, and then something major happens with him, and the book ends. Yeah, the book ends with no conclusion to any of that stuff. I was like, really? Okay. I have no idea what happens here. Okay, so they love each other. But now they're both in turmoil. Great. Okay. So I head to Walmart, because I'm like, well, now I've got to get the next one, which I believe is Keeping 13. So this one was Binding. This is getting together with the guy. And the next one's going to be How to Keep Him, apparently. And so I can't stop here. I was going to stop, and I was going to read a different book, thinking, I just didn't know if this whole series was for me. But now you see where I'm at. So at some point today, I'm expecting the delivery from Amazon of Keeping 13, because I've got to know what happens in their personal situations. Does she get out of her trouble? Does he get out of his trouble? Do they actually get together? I mean, I think they've kissed, and that's about it. Okay, they're teenagers. I get it. But still, yeah. So that's my thoughts.
I'm like, I was not expecting that. Nobody said that. Nobody who's talked about this book says, oh, yeah, no HEA at the end of this book. No, no. Okay, that's it, folks. Let me know if you enjoyed this type of a vlog. It has taken me a long time, like a month and a half to make it, because that's how long it's taken me to read this, with reading everything else that I read and everything else I do. But I'm just making clips along the way on my thoughts. So let me know if it's something you enjoy. I can certainly do another book. This one's very interesting. I'll definitely keep you up to date on what's happening with the next one. Are they getting their stuff figured out or not? I don't know. I hope so. All right. Thanks for watching, everybody, and I'll see you next time. Bye, you guys.